guys, Jackson here, Bite Force Fishing. Here I'm going to be talking about wire divers. So wire divers are basically normal Disney diver rods, but we're using wire line instead. What wire line does is it helps us get a little deeper than say braid or mono would without letting out as much line. So the wire I have on my rods is Torpedo 7-strand trolling wire. It's a super great wire. It's strong. It doesn't kink. You can knot it. Cuts through the water great. Another thing to use or to think about when using wire divers is that the wire, when it's cutting through the water, it gives off another hum, and I think it attracts more fish than say normal braid or mono diver would. So one con to wire divers is that the line has zero stretch in it at all, and if you let any slack in the line at all, then you're gonna get big back spool, bird's nest in your reel, and your wire's gonna do what we call pigtailing, where it just gets all curly and nasty and you gotta cut it out and retie it all. So the reel I have, my wire diver rods, Shimano Tekota A's, 600 size. 600 is just perfect all-around size. I use this rod and reel combo for everything. Fish walleyes, steelhead, lake trout, salmon, Lake Ontario. Yeah. So in the rod I have is a FishUSA flagship rod. Let's see, what's the model? The 9-foot medium heavy wire rod, made for 15 to 30 pound line. This is an amazing rod. These are probably my favorite rods ever. They're sensitive, strong. I'm able to see the bite when we're going real fast or real slow, even from real small, like 12-inch shakers, pretty much. Another thing for wire rods, you got to use these things. It's called a twilly tip. These FishUSA rods come made with them, but with other rods you might have to buy the twilly tip separately. What it does is it's basically like a little spring type thing to help with the curve of the wire going out of the rod. If you don't have one of these, then it could potentially just tear apart the rod tip. So yep. So another thing with wire divers, you want to have two different size rods. The inside rods need to be a little shorter and the outside rods longer. So I run the 10-foot FishUSA wire diver rods on the outside and 9-footers on the inside. Just give those lines some space. Normally how I do is I run my divers. If I'm running divers, I'm normally running 4 divers. So 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. I do 1.5 setting on the inside, and then normally a 3 or 2.5 setting on the outside. Yeah, so that's that. Wire diver rods are a super great thing. Lake Ontario, you definitely need to have them, just for getting deeper. I don't always run divers for walleye because I try to stack as many board lines as possible, but their divers definitely have their place this year. They've been very productive. So yeah, once again, Jackson Jones, Bite Force Fishing, tight lines, folks.